up, guys? Welcome to episode 12 of the Plaid Couch Podcast. Today I'm joined by...
Tegan.
Maddie Ice.
And I'm Jaylene. That felt really weird. Are we keeping that in? We'll keep that in. Okay. All right, that's the intro. All right.
Jaylene, the podcast is your baby now. You pretty much do it.
Wait a minute. Last time I talked about babies on this show, you got weirded out.
What?
You and Burguy both did.
Well,
but when you bring up babies, it's okay.
Because I'm talking about a project.
Not a baby.
Yeah.
Like,
I was talking about my Spotify Wrapped, and you guys were like, ew, women's bodies.
Yeah, gross.
I was making a beautiful metaphor about how much music means to me, and you're like, edit me out. So, but no, you were saying about how I do such a good job.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get promoted.
You will finally make almost as much as Matthew.
Matthew's getting paid? What?
paid by clout.
Oh, shit. How much clout do you get from Plaid Couch?
20%.
20% clout? Is that in your contract?
10% luck.
Until I
15% concentrated power of will.
20% clout.
Until I release my own edited video.
And then it goes up to like 30%?
No, 21%.
Oh, shoot, yeah. How much work do I have to do before I start getting clout from this?
You're going to have to at least edit 2 videos a week.
I'm getting close to that.
Yeah?
I'm halfway there. I would say I'm like 1.5 way. I can't do quick math. 1.5 way there because
I can't do math at all.
Because so. I'm down to doing like 1 a week and then 1 additional video a month. So I don't know the percentage of that.
Well, because you and I talked recently because before the Vote For Me short came out, we originally had something else scheduled to upload. And it wasn't bad. I just wasn't as happy with it as I could be. So you and I had those conversations. I was just like, yeah, what are we going to do? And you're like, I can fast track this edit that I'm working on. And I'm like, I'll just film the short. Mind you, this is Thursday.
Yeah, which I was glad you said that because I didn't want to fast track that, but I would have pulled an all-nighter for it. But it was one of those things where it's like, I'm going to offer, because I'm pretty sure he's going to say no, but as soon as I sent it, I was like, oh, please say no, please say no, please say no. But I was prepared to pull an all-nighter to get a video out.
Yeah, so I just spent the next, 2.5 hours setting up the studio and filming that short, getting it recorded, editing it, and getting it uploaded within that time frame to upload for the next day. And then I did the same thing Friday for the Don't Vote For Me, which that one was a lot easier.
That was more like voiceover work, wasn't it?
Voiceover and just trying to find some clips.
When the Don't Vote For Tegan came out, I think the best part was when you're like, vote for me, Tegan.
In my Waluigi style.
Wah.
That guy's a real son of a bitch.
Waluigi or Tegan?
Tegan.
Oh, I'd say Waluigi is cool as fuck.
Have I ever told you guys the Tegan war? It's because both are technically correct ways of being pronounced.
Yeah.
But so when I was born, it was like a 50-50. And then Tegan was also like a 50-50 split between male and female. Now it's like 99% a female name, and the main pronunciation's Tegan. So I'm losing both fronts. It's a bloodbath right now, but I'm on the front line.
You're fighting for all the Tegans out there.
I see you. The war's not over.
Hang in there, Tegans.
Maybe if Plaid Couch starts blowing up, we'll see like the baby name.
People start naming their kids after you.
It's like when Game of Thrones was big, all the people naming their like daughters Daenerys or Khaleesi.
Ew.
Jaylene's bad enough. I couldn't imagine that.
You were named after a dragon lady.
You were named after Matt Ryan, the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons.
I like the other Matt Ryan better though. But they're both Matt Ryans, so I guess it's all right.
What was it like? I know we talked about this in like a prior Reddit stories, but what was it like growing up with a name like Matthew? And I'm not trying to shame you, but like I can't wrap my brain around like being out in public and like hearing your name, because if we're out in public and somebody like yells like, "Oh, Tegan,"
I know it's me.
You're pretty much it's gonna be you.
But when you have the same name as 75% of the world,
Yeah.
Talking from a guy who has the same name as over probably 75% of the world.
Yeah, that's
Call
right.
back. But there were times where it'd be like Matthew, and then like 3 people would look, and I'm like, and I'd be like, and then they would point, or it'd be you spell your name with 2 T's. I'm like, yeah, the other way looks weird as hell. What do you mean?
That's insane. That's insane that people spell it with just one T.
Matthew.
Well, like Burguy was even telling me, because you guys went to the same Ed Sheeran concert.
Yeah.
But then I think they were sitting ahead of you, and I think it was your mom kept yelling like Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. And my brother was like, "Yeah, we're in a stadium full of people. That's not for me." And then I think you finally shouted, or it was your mom, but somebody yelled Burguy, and right away he turns around.
It was me, because I looked up and I'm like, it's not going to get Jacob's attention if she says Jacob. I go, Burguy.
Yeah, Jacob told me, he's like, I just assumed if they're saying Jacob in a public space, they're not talking to me. And it's like, I can't relate, because if I hear Jaylene anywhere, it's like, that's probably for me. I'll hear somebody say Jolene in a crowded space. I'm like, that one's probably for me. The one local bar that I go to, one of the guys, when he sees me walk in, will play Jolene on the touch tunes. Like, he'll skip people and play it right away. I'm like,
Jolene, Jolene.
I can't remember if I said this on a podcast or previous Plaid Couch thing, but the bar we go to from time to time, one of the owners only knows my name is because he used to date a girl named Tegan.
Named Tegan or Tegan?
Tegan.
Oh shit, you gotta find her.
I was like, and for a while, he and I, like, I'd sit down and he's like, "Oh, how's it going, Tegan?" I was like, so she was really named Tegan, right? And he's like, "Yeah, I know, weird."
I haven't met many Tegans either, but I've never met a woman named Tegan.
The amount of times I've run into dating apps with women with the name Tegan, I can't
Tegan or Tegan.
I can't swipe right.
Because, see, I swipe right on all of them.
Because if it gets serious, I'll be screaming Tegan's name, and it won't be the same.
You'll have to not be friends with them anymore.
Yeah, they'll be Tegan, and in bed you'll accidentally say Tegan, and they're like, wait a minute.
Who the hell is Tegan?
Just my best friend. He's great.
My best friend.
It's not weird.
I don't believe. No, look.
Did I tell the story about the guy I dated?
Oh,
the one time?
You can.
Yeah, he doesn't watch this for sure. I was I was a little tipsy scrolling through Bumble one night, and I came across this guy, and his name was Jaylene, and it was spelled almost exactly the same as mine, but without the Y and the E at the end, so it was Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going through, which don't go through dating apps while drunk, by the way. I don't listen to that advice, but you shouldn't. It's just not respectful to the people who are actually, being on there seriously. But
who's being on there seriously? I haven't met one single person.
You fucking get him, Matthew. You get him. But anyway, I just looked at the guy's first picture and the spelling of his name, and I swiped right. I was like, you know what? I can't just ignore this person. And the first fucking message because I'm classic, like, I don't care. Shoot me. I'm the, hey, what's up? How's it going? Just as an introduction.
No, which is fine. I'm tired of
It's never just a hey.
I'm tired of the culture where it's like, oh, you have to introduce yourself with a pickup line.
I've tried that. It doesn't
Hey,
work.
how's it going? Is perfectly fine.
But I said that, and he's like, oh, it's good. And then he goes, I just have to ask, how do you pronounce your name? It's like, this is the conversation I wanted. And, everybody's like, that's so cute. And then, it didn't work. Didn't work. Moral of the story, don't go on Bumble drunk, and don't date somebody with your same name.
I don't think there's any girls with the name Matthew. There might be, though.
Maybe Maddie. Spelled like how
that's
we spell your
true.
name?
Maddie. Matty.
What if you meet a girl named Maddie and her last name is Ice?
That'd be too weird. I feel like I'd be in the Matrix or something. I'd have to break out.
I'd be like, this isn't right. This isn't real.
No. Yeah. Every now and again, I'll see like Tegans or Tegans on dating apps. Whenever I do go on them, I usually have like a month where I'm on them, then off for.
I do like my 1 day a month where it's like I'll scroll through, maybe someone's out there, and then it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm waiting until I start getting that clout in my contract, and then I'll find like a YouTuber boyfriend.
Yeah, you'll go on the famous people like Tinder.
What's that called?
Hot or not?
No, dude, shut out, hot or not. That's gonna bug me. It's not important. Fuck, it's gonna bug me.
And I never really looked into that stuff because
we're not famous.
Yeah, I'll never be famous enough.
Yeah.
But how do they qualify like how famous you are?
It's like they have a review team. Like you have to submit your profile, and
That's
then they review
up.
it. Yeah.
Imagine submitting your own information to get rated by some fucking guy with pimples on his head.
It's a team of people. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's not just fucking one incel. Being like,
it's 3 incels.
This girl's not famous enough. Team of 3 incels.
How dare this person even send anything over here?
Team of 3 incels. That was the alternate name for our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Who's the biggest incel here? Don't answer that.
I think some of our Reddit's shown we all have tendencies.
What kind of tendencies?
No, I want to say any of us are neckbeard level
No.
incels.
Sorry, I keep digging at my eye. I got like a clump of mascara that I can feel.
Ew.
Maybe if you're good at doing mascara.
It's the gayest thing you said. And I don't mean that like
derogatory.
But I mean, like, that was a little gay. You have to
Ladies
admit.
and gentlemen, we got her.
We got her.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry, we got them.
Now the don't vote for Jaylene's coming out.
That was a good one. Matthew being inclusive over here. I'm not non-binary, by the way. That was just funny. Shoot. Yeah, no, we love gay people. What are you talking about?
One of my best friends is gay. Tegan.
I wish.
We've seen how you do your mascara. You can't fool us.
Jaylene, out of Matthew and I, who do you think would do a better job applying their own makeup?
Trick question. It's Burr guy. Would fucking blow both of you out of the water.
Yeah, probably.
That's why he wasn't included in this.
Okay. You're better at like art, and I think that does give you an advantage.
That would
it really, because I'm really bad at art, and I'm not very good at makeup, and I think the two coincide. And you have a little bit more patience, I think.
I don't know.
Why do you think I like those drawing games like Gartic Phone and the Jackbox ones?
We talked about this before. It's so fucking annoying playing those with
just
you.
because it's like a minute. Oh, I have a minute to draw. No thought.
Yeah.
Because if I sit there, I'm like,
Yeah, Mr.
And then I get too mad after like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm done drawing. Where that I just go stick person.
So maybe in like timed event you would do better at makeup, but if I give you guys a full hour, Matthew might like outstage you. Because Matthew will do it. He'd be like, I'm done, and you'll be like perfecting your eyeliner. I honest to God, I think if Tegan started like doing his makeup every day, I think I'd give him like 6 months, and he's better than me at it. And I've been doing my makeup.
Really?
Since high school. Oh, I think so because I'm not good at it. He's just more artsy. Not that you're like a big artsy guy, but it's like I think drawing and like doing art definitely translates into makeup.
I'll start putting like the glitter stuff in my beard too.
Like I think with enough practice, Tegan could really like
I could see
nail
it.
like an eyeshadow look.
I mean, I'm sure that's a video we'll do in the future. The boys applying our own makeup.
Yeah. Part of me wants to do that, but another part of me is like, what if one of them actually is better at makeup than me? That would like
shatter your soul.
I would like wouldn't be able to leave my bed for a week. It'd be like, because I'm really not good at makeup.
Tegan, would you go for like hot makeup or would you go for cute makeup?
I'm going for the you see me at a club, you know what you're getting.
Tegan's like doing the bright, bold red lip and a smoky eye.
I could see that.
Like that makeup will still be on the next day, but it's smeared.
It's smeared.
But he ain't gonna see it because I've already left.
And be left all over his pillowcase.
Oh. I don't know if I would like that. Waking up and my pillow is just covered in fucking makeup. Like, now I gotta wash this shit and she's gone.
Well, you should usually wash your sheets like every 2 or 3 weeks, is it?
I think you're supposed to wash them like every couple days.
I mean,
I do
I'm
mine.
with Tegan on the first one.
I usually do it like every 2 weeks.
I do mine once a week, every Sunday. My sheets are actually in the washing machine right now.
I need to buy another pair of sheets though, because now I've gotten to the point where I take them off after they're clean. I just kind of set them on, and then the next day I just kind of sleep without any covers.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
It's such a bachelor
Yeah.
life right now.
I've got two sets of sheets, so I can throw one in and put one on. But it's bad when I wash both of them at once.
When I moved into my last apartment is when I bought like all new, because I had a new to me, like new bed frame and stuff. So I bought all new sheets and things, and we were setting up my new bedroom in my apartment, and my sister-in-law is helping me make the bed. And Burkeye walks in, and my comforter that I bought is like a pink base, and it's got like sort of like these, I don't know, it's not like stripes, but like lines of different like pastel colors. And it had this really pretty pastel blue that I wanted to bring out. So I bought these like silky blue pillowcases to match with it. But then my sheets are just like that powder pink that's in my bedspread. So I got like this powder pink and this baby blue. And he walks in and we got the base sheet down and my blue pillowcases. And he stops dead in his tracks. He goes, "Why is your bedroom theme gender reveal?" Baby's gender reveal. I'm like, get out.
Get out.
And it does look like every time I make my bed now, I'm like, it looks like I'm about to throw a gender reveal party in my bedroom. But then when you put the top like comforter on, it all makes sense. And I've got these like gold like throw pillows that like really tie everything together. Like when you see it all in one piece, it makes sense. But if you just look at my sheets, like while my comforter and my throw pillows aren't on my bed, it's like it does look like a gender reveal party is about to happen in my bedroom.
And a forest fire will follow.
Yeah.
I just prefer to sleep in my room, not show it off. So mine's.
What's yours look like?
Damn, get fucked me. Sorry, like that's my relaxation safe space, and I'm not allowed to fucking enjoy it.
Matthew, what's your
Get fucked me.
bed comforter combo?
It's just black and white.
Oh yeah, real fucking boring. Have fun bringing ladies.
Well, no,
over.
that's one set. The other set are a bunch of different blues.
Yeah.
So it's also a gender reveal.
And then mine's navy, gold, and white.
Navy, gold, and white?
Why? You need to impress people with what your bedroom looks like?
Nope.
That's crazy. So.
If I'm feeling real artsy, I'll swap the sets or not. I'll
Mix match.
I'll mix max this.
Matthew and artsy does not go together.
Matthew's like, this looks really good, and then it's like, no. It's like growing up, going to like fancy events, and
we did not have the same childhood if you were going to fancy events.
like weddings and
yeah.
all that, where you had to get a little more dressed up, or like church things.
Yeah.
And you'd have to wear like the dress socks. Growing up, it was like navy and black look very similar, but my mom was always like, nope, you have one navy sock on, one black one.
My mom was the same way.
Yeah,
I could
like,
never tell.
I was like, they look almost the same. She's like, nope.
Well, it's also that thing, it's like women perceive colors, I think, better than men. Like there's research studies on that.
Yeah.
Like they could see more colors.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Well,
Not all women, but like
I don't see race.
I'm colorblind. Shout out the office. But
Do you have any other sets for your bed, or is it just
I
that
have
pink?
one, but it's like I like the pink one best. And
It's the temporary when you're
yeah,
like,
I really
washing.
don't use the other one. It's just kind of in my closet.
Gotcha.
But it's like I'll like on Sundays I wash my sheets, and it's like first thing when I wake up as I strip the sheets and throw them in the washer. That way they're done and my bed's made by bedtime. So.
Yeah, I wish I had that much structure on my Sundays.
But it's also because I've got 2 cats that sleep in my bed.
Fair
And
enough.
it's like I don't want, because by Sunday it's like the cats have been sleeping in the bed. You can tell. I also shed like crazy. Like my pillowcases will be covered. My one cat sleeps.
Her skin sheds every third night.
My one cat sleeps
like women normally do.
Yep.
My one cat sleeps on the other pillow. Like I'm gonna be screwed if I ever have like a partner move in because like my cat's not moving.
Cat's gonna be pissed.
But my cat sleeps on the other pillowcase, so it's like both my pillowcases are covered in hair. It's just the one's covered in the cat's hair because he's been sleeping all their week, and then the other one's just covered in my hair because I shed like crazy. So they need washed. So plus I'm doing all kinds of crazy shit in there.
Damn, damn. That's why she cares
No.
about how her bedroom looks so much.
I just like having a nice bedroom. What is so wrong about that?
There's nothing. You're
Also,
making.
he's got something against my bedroom because when I moved into my current house that I'm living at, like we moved everything in and we had everything in my living room and then kind of just moved it into all the other rooms. And Matthew walks in there and my nightstand lamp is sitting there, which isn't anything special. I got it at Marshall's for like $10.
Oh,
like,
it's that big furry fluffy
it's
one.
not even furry. It's got like these delicate like rose details on the lampshade.
Yeah.
And like it's nothing that fancy. It's just kind of subtle. It's cute. It matches the the
aesthetic
powder pink that I've got going on in my bedroom. And Matthew goes, "That's an ugly fucking lamp." I was like, "God damn!"
I'm surprised I didn't get kicked out because I said that and the way she reacted, I could feel the anger.
I was like, "Dude, let me
I'm
be
like,
happy about my
"Ooh."
space." Yeah.
I think I said it like way more harsh than I should.
You were not nice about it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like you were straight up like that thing is fucking ugly. I was like,
yeah, I would have deserved getting kicked out at that point.
Most of my lamps were just like IKEA or Wayfair or
say mine
any of those.
Mine is like just a Marshall's one, but it was cute, and I'm gonna get matches my bedroom because I think before that I didn't even have like a nightstand lamp.
I saw a lamp on Temu, and it was like a taxidermy chicken with a light bulb coming out of his butt, and I'm thinking about getting it.
Get it. Do you remember when I first moved into this house and I was looking at getting all this furniture? I sent you guys a picture in our group chat of a monkey lamp.
Oh yeah. That was when the big monkey meme was around.
I don't know if I still have that picture, but if I do, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, or I'll find something similar.
It
was the coolest lamp I've ever saw. I've never seen a lamp like that.
There's something like, because I think we're mostly out of that phase, but like there's something really endearing when you first get your own place. Because and like I'm sure this isn't true for a lot, like most, or this isn't true for everybody, but at least for us and our friend group, I think our first design choices were a little questionable.
Well,
like when you first move out and have your own space, it's like, oh, I wanted to do sort of like wacky shit, not like I'm so quirky, but it's just like, dude,
I'm not like other girls.
kind of, but like not to that extent where it's just like I have my own space and nobody can tell me that like I can't have like my nerdy figures like in the kitchen or do you remember I had in my first house I ever rented, I had this like Eiffel Tower like wire art thing, and I had it hanging in my bathroom right next to the toilet, and I had a Lego Tusken Raider minifigure that I just kept in the Eiffel Tower. And the first time I had you guys over to like hang out and see my new place, Burguy goes into my bathroom and we just hear him, "Why the fuck is there a Tusken Raider looking at me?" It's like, I wouldn't do that now probably because it's like, okay, like I like that my place is a little bit like, not, I don't want to say normal, but like more uniform. And it's so fun to have the little moments like right when you move out. Like I had like just nerdy shit everywhere. Like no room in my house was off limits. It's just so fun.
Yeah, when Berga and I were living together, I mean, it was in college we couldn't paint walls ever because we always rented. But, we would take posters up or set things up. We didn't have a whole lot. Two guys living together. But when I when I bought this house and was cleaning it up, a lot of the rooms I was like, I'm just going to keep them, general, I mean, quotes around normal, what people consider normal. But my office, I have some like nerdy posters hanging up in there, and then my mom picked a lot of the other art pieces out in my house, or she was with me when I went to pick them out. Um, but there's in my dining room slash kitchen, there's a circular thing shelf where I have a bunch of figures and a red truck toy that I've had for over 10 years now, um, because I got that from my first job. I used to work at an ice cream place, and there was one time where we had a contest. We had teams of two with all of us, and whoever sold the most of, I forget what it was, at the end of that month, we got like a little gift basket. And I was talking to um, one of the owners, and I was like, if I win this, are you going to buy me a new truck? Because that's when I had the S10. Rest in peace, S10. And he's like, yeah, I'll get you a new truck. And then in my gift basket, there was that red truck.
That's awesome.
So I've kept that ever since. But in my bathroom, the one art piece I will never get rid of, and my mother has begged me to move it. It is a
Is it sad that we know
yeah,
already?
it's a art piece of Spider-Man in a fishing
outfit
cap, just like in the swamps. I'll take a picture of that.
Yeah.
For
that's the best part of that bathroom. You walk in, that's the first thing you see.
It's so you.
Yeah.
Too.
I love it. I
That's such
love
a
it.
She's
Tegan
like,
thing.
can't you just move that to your office? I went,
Nope.
nope. Until a female moves into this house, that art piece is staying there.
I would keep it even if you have a female, dude.
I hope that
Show some dominance in your house.
hope whatever woman you end up with be like, oh my god, and then she has like a hunting picture in the same style of Spider-Man, like with the fucking rifle. And she's
it's
like,
Iron Man.
yeah, she's like, oh hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
But
Oh, sorry.
talking about the college days, I used to date someone because after the college dorm room, I didn't really hang up posters or anything throughout the apartments or houses we lived at. So I would just have bare walls.
Mm-hmm.
And I was dating someone, and she's like, "You need to hang stuff up." I went,
No.
"No, nope." She's like, "Please, your walls are just so bare." I went, "Yeah, I like looking at them."
My wall's got good paint on them.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it.
And I don't know what apartment you're talking about, but I've been in all your apartments, and I don't think any of them had like, I wouldn't classify good paint. They had paint on the
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah, but it was just one of those things where after the freshman year, we took a lot of the posters down, and since we taped them on, a lot of them ripped. I'm like, I'm not buying new posters. I'm broke.
That was one of, I remember Burguy's like first purchases when he went off to college, because he called me and he's like, I found this store that's got like posters of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought a ton of posters, and he bought me posters. Mm-hmm. It was like, I've never like had a drug dealer or like done drugs like that, but it would be like, I'd get a phone call, I'd be like, Jaylene, there's a Fall Out Boy poster, you want it? They've got 3 different sizes of the Supernatural poster, which one you want? And I'd be like, oh shit.
I had this was before, this was still when I was in high school. I don't know if it was you, but I had a poster of the Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah,
cover.
I got those for Christmas presents for all my friends one year.
And I hung that up on my door, and I still have it today. But
Yeah.
I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really that was one of my first like gaming posters that I ever got. So I appreciate it, Jaylene.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was very it
Yeah,
was
I
cool.
forgot I did that. I usually do gifts for friends every year, and I don't get anything like huge.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I'll have some sort of theme. I think last year was candy. I got everybody their favorite candy, and then everybody got like a little shooter bottle of liquor. Just a little something to be like, hey, here you go. There was something else in it too. I didn't just do that. I don't remember. But I always have some sort of theme where everybody kind of gets. One year I did like I went to Marshall's, and they had like the little like tabletop like card games. Like I think I got you like the riddles or whatever.
Yeah,
like
I still have
old-timey
those.
riddles.
I need to bring them to a game night sometime.
And then I got you like movie trivia, and then I got Burg Eyes bit me in the ass because I got Burg Eyes like NFL trivia. I'm like, oh, this is cool, and they were like $5 each, so like these will be good gifts. That year, like after Christmas, that February, Burger and I went to the Pro Bowl in Las Vegas just because that's a whole nother.
Just because.
Well, that's a whole nother story. It was like, oh, Pro Bowl tickets are like super cheap, and then like an hour later, we had flight tickets and a hotel room, and we were going to the Pro Bowl. Anyway, not important. We flew into Vegas, and it was like 10:30, like Vegas time when we got there. So like we got in an Uber, just went straight to the hotel, and like we were ready for bed. We were tired. And I go to lay down and I shut my eyes and I hear Burguy ruffle through his book bag and then he pulls out the NFL trivia. He's like, all right, we got to prepare for tomorrow and starts asking me NFL trivia as I'm trying to sleep. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, it's fucking worst thing I could have bought him.
Burguy always has a plan to ruin sleep because when we were I think at the first house you moved into.
Well, my aunt owned it then, but I had this was in high school. It was our junior homecoming. It was after the football game. We all just hung out at her house and we had like a slumber party.
Yeah.
But we were all sprawled out in the living room. And Burguy was the only one, because you guys were in college. Burguy was the only one not going to the homecoming dance the next day. But he was just hanging out with all of us. And we're all trying to go to bed. And Burguy just starts singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Oh my gosh!
And every time he'd finish, he would wait a little bit because then it'd be like, "All right, he's done," and then you'd hear one more time. Be like, "You," and everybody would be like, "God damn it, Burguy!" And,
yeah, I think at one point I just got up. Whatever pillow I had close to me, and I just...
It was bad. Because the first few times, like, we were laughing about it, and, like, people were joining in. Because I remember the first round, like, a few people were singing and getting a kick out of it.
I'd say the first...
He didn't stop,
3 to 4.
Though. He had to sing at least 10 times.
Yeah.
But because by the end, like, we were like, all right, you need to fucking stop. And he'll commit to a bit. So.
I still, to this day... I lost so much sleep that night, and I will never forgive him.
Damn. I don't know if I want to bring this up on the podcast, but I'm going to. We can cut it out if you don't want me to have it in here. Was that the same homecoming that you were talking to she's your girlfriend at the time, but her dad about football?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wanted to see how good my improv skills were.
They weren't good.
Oh, I think that was like the next year's homecoming.
Yeah, I don't care if you keep it in.
Okay, but yeah, and it wasn't like he was so nice about it though.
Yeah,
he was great, but it wasn't like, oh, he brought it up. Like we were there to pick up his date.
I forgot I brought it up.
And he had I think like a Michigan game on, and Matthew's like, oh, you're watching the game, and then he asked who his favorite team was.
And then you see the sweat go down.
Then he asked Matthew,
down my head.
He goes, oh, NFL team? And Matthew goes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said the Browns, and they were talking about it. And then Matthew's like, oh, that's my favorite team, too, because I went to one of their games. And he goes, oh, did you go to the old stadium or the new one? And I just saw, like, deer in the headlights, Matthew. Like, but you played off. You're like, honestly, I really don't know. Like, I'm not that into football. And he was so nice about it. He goes, hey, if that's not what you're into. I'm like, Matthew, any other topic, please.
Meeting parents is scary, though.
It is.
Especially at that age. I remember meeting my high school girlfriend's parents for the first time. Her mom was very easy to, like, get along to, but her dad was intimidating, to say the least, especially like 5 foot me at the time before my growth spurt. Curly hair, glasses, and braces.
Hey guys.
Hello, sir.
I'm gonna treat your daughter right.
That's why I've never gone past 3 dates. I don't have to worry about meeting the parents.
Damn. But yeah, I brought that on myself, and I should not have. Yeah. There's a lot of situations that I started that I shouldn't have.
What we're going to need to do in the future is have, like, an earpiece in for Matthew. And you and I are just, like, in a van outside, just like, Matthew, Don't talk about it. He's going rogue. He's going rogue.
Oh, no.
Abort
this.
mission.
Abort.
Fuck this.
Code red. Code red. We put on like fucking exterminator outfits. Knock on the door. Bug infestation.
Just grab me and drag me away. Ah!
Be a good Plaid couch Plaid couch kit.
I would honestly enjoy that. That'd be awesome.
Some bitch is going rogue.
Matthew's like at his wedding saying his own vows, and he's just going off the dome, and we're like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!"
You just see me like right next.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Tegan would do that for me though if it was a real thing. Like,
well, I think we've talked about it before where you're like texting someone or something like that, and Jaylene or I will be like, "Well, this is what you should say," and you're like, "Oh, I was gonna say this." It's like, well, you could say that.
Well,
but...
you could
I
say
remember
that.
we were out one time, and you were like, we were talking to you about a situation you were going through via text, and you were showing us your conversation, and one of the texts, it wasn't bad, but it was like, ooh, like Tegan and I both would do like, ooh, that's not probably how we would have responded. And again, it's not bad. It's just like, I think Tegan summarized it as, we're out here sending text messages and Matthew's sending emails.
And I'm like,
that describes it.
I'm like, that's what I've been doing wrong all this time. And
it was so true though.
Ever since that, I only send like one line of text now.
Yeah, well, it's like you can go a little bit more, but it's like you need to be a little bit more casual about it, just because that's sort of how text translate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time.
And you'd be like, "Good afternoon, hope
Good
your day is
afternoon,
doing
madam."
well." And it's like,
How has your day been?
it's like, nah, you're not emailing a coworker.
I hope it's been joyous. Sincerely, Matthew.
But that is the best way to describe it. Matthew's just sending emails.
I hate texting. Like Tegan hates dinner dates. I hate fucking texting, dude.
I hate Snapchat. Like, honest to God, I straight up, because like that's the big thing, especially when you're like dating online. You'll be, when you get to that point where it's like you know you want to take it off the app. I hate when it's like, oh, what's your Snap?
What's your Snap?
And I'll be like, I'll give you my phone number. Like, I'm not gonna Snapchat you.
And then you get people, I don't want your phone number. I just want your Snap. Like,
That
what do you mean?
That's a good indicator to find out who's worth my time.
What do you mean?
Yeah, usually it's like, oh, you want to take this off the app? Here's my number,
Yeah.
and then they'll send, here's my Snap. I'm like, all right.
I don't use Snapchat anymore. Like, I don't even have it on my phone. I just don't care for it. So
Matthew will send me
The
Snapchats every now and
the
again.
misogynist in me would respond to that. If I sent them their number and they sent me my Snap, I'd block them right then and there.
Now, I mean, Snapchat's all right, but eventually it's like, are we gonna get off Snapchat and text? But what I hate most is when talking to someone and it's like you're having 3 different conversations, one on Snapchat, one through text, and then like one you have in person.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to keep all these going at the same time.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know.
What about me sending you Snapchats, Tegan?
You'll just send me like one every 6 months. It's just like my phone will go off. I'm like, Matthew. And it's like, fixing the pipe. Like, no.
I wonder how many drunk snaps I have from Matthew if I re-downloaded Snapchat. Because like
You probably have a few.
my
I think
Snapchat is still out there.
because I'll send you stuff and then I'll remember. Oh wait, she doesn't have it anymore.
That might be a good video. Be like reopening my Snapchat.
Penis.
No,
Not from Matthew, just from.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the
just
random
from all-
dudes. Yeah.
all the random dudes that are trying to get with Jaylene.
Yeah.
I know what will win her over.
That's absurd to me. Like I don't understand why men think that's like, oh yeah, she'll want this. And it's like, nah.
I don't think so. That's not
Matthew
even.
sends the email and then one attachment.
So dumb.
One attachment.
You send the email and then you get a separate one. Sorry, I forgot to include my attachment. And then it's the dick pic. It'd be a true work email.
Be honest, this is the biggest one you've seen today, isn't it?
It's the only one I've seen today.
Yes. Yes.
Like there are so many other like things that men could send me to get
Like
my
their
attention.
nipples.
Not even just like that. Like if a guy sent me like a picture of like buffalo wings, I'm on my way. Like I'll put out. If you send me a dick pic, I don't care. But it's like, dude, fresh buffalo wings, come get them. And be like, oh yeah, I'll be there.
There was a girl in our grade. I was talking with her.
I know how this relates.
And she was talking about, oh yeah, there's just this random person who added me on Snapchat, and every day he just sends me a video of him eating cereal. And I look at her and I go, what? And she's like, yeah, every day I get a video from him, and it's just him eating a bowl of cereal. And I'm like, do you respond to it? And she's like, yeah, I responded to every time. I'm like, that guy's a genius.
I don't want to really out myself like this on this podcast. I would probably start falling for that guy.
That guy's a genius.
There's this guy, and I don't know if he'll see this. He might. I don't know.
There's this guy.
I don't know who he is. Like, he just added me on TikTok one of these days, and he's not like one of those like people who, because I checked and it's like, oh, he probably just follows everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't, and he like probably posts on TikTok like once every week or 2 weeks. But he followed me, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, but whatever. And I was like, I probably won't follow him. But his most latest TikTok was him making like a Philly cheesesteak, and it looked gas. And like, I followed him right away. I was like, you know what? All right.
There's Jaylene's influencer boyfriend. Now, Matthew, we just need to find influencer girlfriends.
I don't know why he followed me, because I have one TikTok out there that I've ever made. It's not like he liked it or anything. He just straight up followed me one day. And like, I was a genius. I was waiting for the message.
He's playing the field.
I'm like, dude. And he doesn't like cook on TikTok either. Like, it was just like a one-off TikTok he made where he's like, yeah, just made this Philly cheesesteak. I'm like, that looks gas. Give me that now. There's the way to my heart.
Philly cheesesteaks.
I'm not even that big into Philly cheesesteaks.
Listen to that, all you guys. Philly cheesesteaks.
No,
that's how you get Jaylene.
Really, yeah.
She doesn't like Philippines.
Whoa.
I'm cutting that. Woo!
All right. Everyone awake now?
Oh boy, nobody clipped that.
How do we segue from?
What's like your guys' favorite like sandwich?
Favorite sandwich?
Yeah, like.
Okay, so there was this sandwich that I know what yours tried
is. Holy shit! Yeah.
in Bloomfield, Michigan, and it was called the sandwich. And it was in this little off, just small town diner, written huge on this chalkboard, the sandwich. And I saw it had pepperoni, and that's all I needed that I needed to see in a sandwich. But it came on a pretzel bun, and it was like a pizza sandwich almost. It had pepperoni, it had a cheese, it had onions, all kinds of stuff. And I ate it, and I'm like, this is the best sandwich I've ever had. And I was like, Dad, you gotta try this. And he tried it. He's like, you know what it is, boy? And I'm like, what? He's like, it's the pretzel bun. I'm like, pretzel bun? He's like, yeah. Never had a pretzel bun before until that sandwich.
I'm like really weird about pretzel buns because with the right sandwich, they work really well. But it's like sometimes it'll be like people will be like, and it's got a pretzel bun. It's like it's not really necessary.
What's your go-to?
It really depends.
Well, not go-to. Your like perfect sandwich.
It really depends. I'm a sandwich girl. Like I could probably eat like a sandwich every day for the rest of my life and be happy with it. Honest to God, like just a classic sandwich might be my favorite meal.
Like a BLT?
No, because I don't fuck with tomato. Like
Same.
It depends. Am I going somewhere? Am I at a drive-through or am I making it at home?
You're making it at home.
I've got 3 different answers.
You're making it at home.
I usually get some sort of like wheat bread. I like a good honey wheat. Nothing too fancy. And then deli turkey, specifically from the deli, is when it's best. Kroger has like a wildflower like honey turkey. So good. I'll get that. And then sometimes if I'm feeling crazy, I'll add in some banana pepper, but not necessary. Some sort of cheese. Pepper jack's usually my go-to. But any kind of cheese really works for me. I've been on a provolone kick lately, which is
Ooh.
odd for me. I usually don't go for provolone.
Provolone's pretty good.
And then I mix together garlic aioli with honey mustard, and I mix it, and then I put that on my bread. And then I have a little panini press that I toast my sandwich, and perfect sandwich. That's like, I probably eat that for dinner 3 times a week.
Yummy.
So that's my perfect sandwich at home. If I'm going out, if I go anywhere and there's a barbecue pork sandwich on the menu,
Yeah.
oh my god. Especially if it's like a house-made barbecue sauce. Oh my god, gas. I've had one of the best barbecue pork sandwiches I ever had a pretzel bun, and I'm a little funny about pretzel buns. And I'm like, I don't know, and oh my god, it was so good.
Pretzel buns, the best buns.
But no, classic brioche.
Brioche?
Brioche.
I've never had a brioche bun.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
A lot of fancy like burger places use brioche. It's the best. It's the classic. So.
Is it the classic though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to like a McDonald's, no, they just use regular ass buns.
But if you go to like any,
like, yeah, I would bet my life that you've had a brioche bun.
Probably.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what they were called.
When I make French toast, I use brioche bread.
Ooh.
And it's gas. So sorry, I love sandwiches. What's your go-to sandwich?
right now I'm big on the Hawaiian bread.
Ooh, Hawaiian bread's pretty good.
Depends what you put on it, though. It's the same thing with the pretzel. It's like it's a hit or miss on a certain sandwich.
See, I'm a meat guy, so I'll stack like ham, salami, pepperoni,
Oh,
bacon.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna make me drool.
And then I know some people don't like lettuce, but I think lettuce just adds that little bit of crunch to it.
Yeah.
I like lettuce on a burger, but not on like a lunch meat sandwich.
And then usually like Colby Jack cheese. Love me some Colby Jack. Toast it.
Ooh.
Do you get like the Hawaiian like buns or the bread, like the sliced bread?
Right now I have the sliced bread.
You should get a panini press. It's a game changer.
Well I made grilled cheeses for breakfast this morning.
Yummy.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah, cause had some of the cousins and my brothers over last night, and we drank a lot, and I was like, I'm gonna need something greasy to help me feel better, and I was like, look, and I have a little shelf that I have my bread on. I was like, oh, game changer. It was delicious. Made some hash browns too.
What a beautiful array of carbs you had for
Oh
breakfast.
man, that's a good breakfast, Tegan.
Hash browns
That's
do
a
you
good
make at home?
breakfast.
Do
Usually,
you get the shredded ones?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the shredded hash browns. They're not bad, but it's like I need a hash brown patty.
yeah, I usually prefer the patties, but it's like usually I just end up molding it into a patty.
Are you like big into regular show, or you just watch it sometimes?
I'm big into it.
The grilled cheese sandwiches on that show.
Yeah.
I need one. I don't know what regular show does with any food on regular show looks gas.
I mean, it's the same with Adventure Time. You kidding me?
I will say I think regular show just something about it. Like I don't know. Like anytime like they eat nachos on regular show, and I don't even fuck with nachos really, but it's like, dude, I need me some nachos.
Right. Regular show was a game changer when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the humor or Muscle Man himself, but I remember seeing like when Cartoon Network used to do the whole, oh, we got a new show coming out, and they'll show a little bit of it. I was dying in the like 30-second like clipping they showed.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
just ignore the last season of it.
my sister actually maybe 2 weeks ago, she was somewhere. She was at some mall, pretty far from here. And she was just sending me videos of like a regular show drip, like hats and jackets. She's like, Matthew, look at this. I'm like, oh, yeah.
My drip's good enough.
Are we gonna talk about it?
My Volkswagen hat.
Your Volkswagen hat.
My dear mother gave me because she said I saw it and it looked like something you would wear.
And she's right because you are wearing it.
Yeah. Wearing this for you, Mama.
Aw. Jaylene, how often do you go fishing?
I didn't want to bring up my hat. I specifically said.
Didn't want to bring it to the
I
podcast,
specifically
but
said I don't think we need to talk about it.
she's always fishing for men.
Or is it the opposite?
I'm not fishing for anybody. Please don't put that on the internet.
She's catfishing.
That I might be.
Speaking of catfish, I saw this video on the talk yesterday, and
Do you mean like, is this a show or like, are you like,
No,
is
it's
this slang for TikTok? Or is it,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I thought. Don't say that.
I was watching TikTok yesterday, and one of the videos on my For You page, which my For You page is fire, but it was some town flooded. Just there was enough water like above the ankles.
Okay.
And dude's like, yeah, just me walking my catfish, and he's got a catfish on a leash. He's just walking down the street, and the catfish is just swimming along the sidewalk. I'm like, dude, he's living the life right there. Right there. I wish I had a catfish I could walk.
I honest to God, yesterday was thinking about getting a fish.
Catfish?
Just a fish.
Oh, just a fish?
Yeah, I was like, I would be like, I could just go get a fish right now, and then I thought about it, but I can't handle dead fish. Like, if a fish dies, I can't be the one to take care of it. Like,
I mean, you don't have to take care of
yeah.
it.
No, I mean-
It's dead.
I mean, like, I'm calling somebody to come like get my fish.
Seriously?
I can't.
You can't just
it-
grab that little net and...
It freaks me out. Like you remember when Walmart used to have the fish
Yep.
tanks? I hated when there would be dead fish in there
Aw.
because I would be like,
Traumatic?
I don't know what it was. It just like I couldn't handle it. So it's like, yeah, that probably the only thing deterring me from getting a fish. That and my cat would probably fucking terrorize it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. My fucking cat this morning, I had like a little like piece of paper that was like, it was like, you know, when you tear out like notebook paper and you get the little thingies like close to the
Yep,
spiral.
The frills.
Yep.
I had one that like ended up on the floor, and I buy cat toys. We've got hella cat toys at home, and like he found this little like shrivel of paper and was playing with it, and my couch sits up off the ground, and like the cats can like go under there like easily, and he's batting around this piece of paper, and he will like slide around on my floor. This is why I can't get a rug, because he'll just like fuck around with it.
Mm-hmm.
I had a rug that he literally tore to shreds. So it's like we just don't have rugs. So like he was playing with this paper, and then he swings his body around, and the piece of paper goes this way, and he's this way, and I see him staring at it, and he's ready to pounce, and he pounces on top the piece of paper, and then starts sliding, and I just see my cat slide right underneath my couch. It was like some shit out of a cartoon.
Hear all the pots and pans just like crashing.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
The Tom and Jerry scream.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, that cat, like, straight up out of a cartoon. The one time he was running through my dining room because he heard something outside and it scared him. And he started running. And again, I have, you know,
Hardwood
hardwood
floors?
floors. And it's not really hardwood. It's like tile, whatever. I don't know.
It's the planks.
Yeah, but like he'll go sliding through it. He heard something outside, it wasn't even in the house, and it scared him, so he starts just taking off running, and he's running so fast that he starts sliding in his footing. He just fucking slides directly into the wall in my dining room, and like the biggest thud I've ever heard of. It's like, Jesus. And he kind of steps back and looks, and then he just runs into my bedroom. Just like, oh my god, that poor cat.
Gizmo has the same problem with my house because he'll like slip and slide all over it. A lot of the rugs I have in my house, I used to have the stuff to like hold him down.
Yeah.
But he would like slide so much that it would just rip the rug off that. So I was like, instead of just like replacing this all the time, I won't have any of that stuff down.
Yeah.
I have a rug in my hallway that's always like either scrunched up or off center because he'll run over there, and
Yeah.
that's the rug he always like hits.
It's the only rug that stops him from hitting the wall.
But oh boy, yeah, my cat is just like, he's something else. He was neglected as a kitten, and you can tell because there's something not right in his brain. So
Yeah. Matthew, if you ever get a pet, you'll have that to look forward to because you have hardwood floors, don't you?
I do.
Yep. So
Yeah. I really, I think about getting a cat, but I got to get all the other stuff 1st.
yeah,
yeah, no rush on getting an animal.
no, it's a lot of work. Like even cats, which are typically low maintenance, like it's still a lot of work to make sure they have what they need. And
Yeah.
but they're great to have. They're fun little companions.
I like dogs a lot, but I mean, a cat would just be
Easier.
It'd be easier, and I have an old farmhouse, so I get mice every now and again.
Oh, are you getting an outside cat, or just for if the mice end up inside?
Just if the mice send out inside, because like I said, every now and again, around this time actually, I'll get some mice, and I got traps and stuff. But I would love to come home from work, and then my cat's like got the dead mouse just right by the open door when I come in, like, here you go. And I'm like, good boy.
There's a stray cat. It left, but now it's back, probably because it's finding the spot it did around this time last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it again, so I'll catch it, Matthew, and send it your way.
Huh? That would be the second time someone offered a stray cat to me.
Usually that's how people get cats, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, because one of my cats was a stray that we took in, but my other cat I actually went out and adopted.
Mm-hmm.
But and then like after I got my cat, because the story with my cat, my one cat Piglet was like your family cat, and then I moved out and I took him with me. But then my other cat Donnie I adopted. And when I was going to adopt Donnie, I was actually thinking about getting a dog. But I didn't want like a young puppy, or like I wanted like an older dog.
Yeah.
To just sort of have somewhere to chill out. It's my one cat, like he's getting old. He likes to just kind of sit and nap all day, which is fine, whatever. I thought if I get like just an old dog who just needs somewhere to, live out his last few years, that'd be perfect. To add some stability in my life, and then I ended up with this little asshole cat. But so many people were like, "Oh, well, like I had a stray that you could have wanted," and it's like, you don't understand. It's like Donnie looked into my soul and was like, "You're gonna adopt me." And I was like, "Okay, all right."
I've been hoping I'd find it, because we had tons of stray cats when I was younger. They just showed up.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite ones was a black cat that the color of his eyes were like an orange. So it was a black cat with orange eyes. I've never seen a cat like that before, and I want to get one that's like that. If I see one that has that color irises, that's gonna be it, because that was the coolest cat I've ever seen.
When you find the right animal, you'll know right away.
You'll just have like, there'd be no hope left for you. I'm not kidding. The minute I saw Donnie, I was like, God damn it, I gotta take that little shit home now. So, I'm sure you felt the same about Gizmo.
Oh, yeah. When I saw his picture, I went, yep. Is he still available?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then when I actually went to go pick him up, I didn't know how big he would be, so I had to buy like a range of different like collars and all that. Like I had an idea, but I knew he would eventually get bigger.
Yeah.
Because I think I've shown you guys the pictures. He's got big feet.
Mm-hmm.
And when his fur grows out, he's got a chunky neck. So, but yeah, when I went to go pick him up, here's this 15-pound, like 10-week-old pup, just a fluff ball, and I went, and then drove all the way back from Indiana to Ohio, and no sounds, nothing. He was just sitting in the back seat with my sister because she wanted to come along with, and he quiet the whole time. I felt bad for the poor guy because it was pouring down rain, like storming real bad, but he trooped on through.
But yeah, I think like the day before I went to go pick Donnie up, because they called me and they're like, "Hey, if you want to come get him, like you can come anytime this week." And I was like, "Can I come get him tomorrow?" Like I couldn't wait any longer. They're like, "Yeah." And the night before, I was like, "Oh my God, I just want to go get that cat," because like they told me when I put in my application for Donnie, they're like, he is really timid. Like he does not kind of know what to do with people. He's still kind of like that now. Like I'll have people over, and he doesn't like hide, because my one cat like doesn't. He's very like laid back. He likes to be quiet. So a lot of times I have people over, and you kind of won't see him depending on who's over. But you'll see Donnie, and he'll be at the other side of the room staring you down and being like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But he definitely like he has definitely warmed up to me, which has been sweet to see. But like the day I picked him up, it was not quite so peaceful like when you pick Gizmo up. He did not want to come home with me. But by the time we did get him and he was in the car, he wore himself out, so he took a nap. He was fighting for me to not take him home that day, and he lost. He lost.
You're coming with me whether you like it or not.
Yeah, but pets are great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think on that note, we'll
Say it's probably been about an hour.
Yeah, we'll end the podcast there for today. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Leave us a comment.
Leave us a comment.
Tell us about your pets and what kind of pet Matthew should get and why it should be a catfish.
And if you're listening to this on Spotify or any of the other podcast apps, rate us. We appreciate any and all ratings.
Unless they're bad.
Nope. Constructive criticism.
Yep.
If we did something wrong, tell us.
Yep, exactly.
We would never.
Thank you all for watching. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm gonna take one.